Hi, thank you for joining us today. We're going to be going over the iA1000. This is a brief overview of the configuration, best practices, and just overall knowledge of the device. My name is Joe. I'm a technician here at IrisID in the home office in New Jersey. Let's begin. Let's start with the front of the device. Here you can see we have a 7-inch display, LCD, an indicator light which tells you online, offline, authenticated, not authenticated, depending on the color that is reflected by. A card reader. In this model, it comes with a card reader. Some models do not come with a card reader. And we have a tilting motorized camera with infrared cameras, infrared lights, as well as a selfie or a front-facing camera. The iA1000 is currently being used in a variety of locations, such as embassies, banks, government offices, as well as standard offices that you have today. It's designed for high volume security and implemented in most anywhere. Let's take a look at the back. Now, most of our iA1000s will come with a back plate for mounting on various surfaces and locations. Here you can see all the ports that are available on this device, from GPIs, our Wiegand, our OSDP. The iA1000 is powered by a 24-volt power adapter. It can be done by PoE, Ethernet, or PoE+. Ethernet adapter is on the side here. And it is a Wi-Fi capable device with 5G Wi-Fi available. If in your scenario you would be using a 5G Wi-Fi signal. The iA1000 can be powered through PoE Plus and PoE++. It should be 24-volt power supply. That would be for best practice to ensure longevity of the product and best function in most environments. The iA1000 can be found in a variety of locations, from banks to embassies to different offices and government buildings. This model comes with a card reader that is able to read most cards that are out on the market today: Desfire, CO, SciClass, MyFair. The iA1000 can support multiple languages and multiple characters, which can be programmed into for anywhere in the world. User capacity is 100,000 and transactions 1 million. Matching speed is 1 second. If you need further information regarding wiring diagrams or port diagrams, the page in the user manual will be 40. Let's talk about pre-installation. The most important thing to keep in mind before you install is to make sure that all the elements for the device to function correctly are in place. Whether that be a power adapter or powered through the wall's electrical system, PoE or Ethernet is already established in the location you want to put it. The height and different arrangements that can be made to place on the wall, you can find more information regarding that in our user manual on page 22. Let's talk about setup modes. The iA1000 can operate in 2 different versions: the standalone mode, which I'll go over with you here, and an iAMS activated mode. In standalone mode, the setup is performed on the device. So I'll show you. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to create an admin password. Here you would want to make a capitalized character and then whatever word you want to use. I'm going to use admin. Here's the password for the administrator setup. You would click on IrisAccess here, and you'll be given the options. For biometric access, you'll need to have an iAMS setup, and standalone, you need to put in the password. That will sign you in, and you'll be able to get user managements or settings. Once you're able to log into the device, whether in iAMS active mode or the standalone mode, you will get all these settings. The general settings will give you your Iris, the model number, the software versions, and the serial number of the device. Mode will allow you to change identification modes to verification modes, individual to device settings, as well as other countermeasures that are available here. Application will allow you to change the way the application within the device interacts with information. Obviously, display and sound. Time and date to set it for whatever location you are in the world. Network for your standard static IP addresses, Ethernet settings, or whatever you have. Input outputs for different relays, GPIs, OSDP, Wiegand, and other time-based things. Card reader, in this model we have a card reader. You can deactivate or activate the card reader depending on if you have that installed. And activation, here we'll be doing a standalone activation. And you can also do this with iAMS. For standalone, you're going to select standalone, put in a passphrase of your choosing. It could be anything you want, depending on your security protocol within your environment. I'm going to select 1, 2, 3, 4, and activate. Now my device has been activated for iAMS for standalone. Other menu items are here are wallpapers, where you can change the wallpaper from a small animated movie to a solid static image. That was your settings. Once you've set up the settings and activated in standalone mode, you want to go into user management and enroll an administrator. As you can see here, the default administrator has already been created. I want to click on that. And here you'll have your information. You can manipulate this any which way you want. Make sure that the active box is checked off. That will allow you to change these fields. You can enter in PIN, email address, phone number, whatever you have. To enroll a person for the administrative mode or any other user on a device in standalone mode, this is essentially what you would be doing. You'll go here, enter their information, hold or long press on the picture of a person. It'll give you a brief consent and biometric enrollment, letting you know that this is what's going to be captured. You'll hit OK. It'll tell you to remove your glasses and or any face mask that you may be wearing. Click OK. And then it will ask you to take a picture. If successful and all the biometrics and everything were correct and correctly aligned, you will see here that my face has been taken and my iris photos. You would hit save, and now that is enrolled as I am enrolled as a administrator for this device. You can go all the way out. You want to scan, and then it'll say identified. And that will be a standalone activation. This can be used without a server, can be used in an environment where simply the device is enough for making sure who's coming into that room or just for standard security. We'll now do iAMS activation. Here we'll begin with an iAMS installation. In this scenario, I have it wired to my laptop that has iAMS already installed on it, and the device has been reset to where it's asking to create the admin password. In this scenario, in your office or wherever you have it, there should be a desktop or a server that is running iAMS already pre-installed. The security settings and everything else that you would find would already be set up either through consultation with technical support or with the user's manual and your own networking team, security team. So let's begin. You already saw me enter in the password for the standalone mode. It is the same exact procedure. You would just create your own password. In this case though, once you've activated the device in iAMS, it will override the password that you enter, and the iAMS password has already been previously pre-established will become the password for the device. So you'll go to Activation and you'll do check-in with iAMS. It will appear with the IP address of that server. In this case, this is my laptop. The iA1000 is successfully checked in with iAMS. The device will appear here on your list of devices. You will simply go to that device by checking this box, go to Actions, and activate device. It will check in with the device and tell you that it's activated. Once it's activated in iAMS, you'll be allowed to manipulate the settings similarly that we have here in our general menu. For time, display, this is a little bit better because you can obviously have a bigger screen and you can set these for your weekends, for your door interfaces, language settings, recognition modes, and various other OSTP or GPI settings. Something I wanted to go over with is the match mode settings, recognition mode settings. Recognition mode allows you to configure whether you want iris or face, iris and face, fusion of the two elements, as well as card and iris and face, or if you want to use a pin. These are the various functions that you can set up as recognition modes within the device. Within here you can do as well, but on iAMS it allows you to have a little bit more flexibility with it and look at it a little bit more clear. This is very important for the different security configurations that you'll have out there. Obviously, the more you want three-factor authentication, that's available, or if you just want a simple just iris and or face, and you don't want PIN or card, usually what you'll find in most places. I prefer Fusion because it mixes the two. These are all available here in iAMS. Once you've updated that, you would enroll a person in iAMS. We'll do the administrator. That's me. Now that we set up the device in iAMS, I'm going to show you how to enroll a user. We'll be using me as an example. Here I am as the administrator. There's my face. It's my iris code. And what we'll do is we'll update the biometrics. This is going to be similar to what we did in the standalone. Once again, the iAMS software allows you to have a little bit more interaction with it without it being more condensed on the device's screen. You'll see here you can enter in my first name, you can enter in my last name, phone number, email address, whatever you need. Okay, you would go here to Actions and update biometrics, or enroll in most cases. You would select update biometrics, select the device. If you have multiple devices, a list will show there. You will select capture, and then it'll prompt you similarly as it did before in the standalone mode. You want to say yes, yes, okay, and now we'll proceed to scan. It will have updated my information here, my photo, biometrics captured successfully. You can hit save, and then those will be updated there. Save up here, and that's it. Now that we've completed the setup, I'll show you how to enroll or update biometrics. So you'll go to iAMS and you'll go to users. This is obviously iAMS here. We'll go over it in a minute. This is users. You'll see here I am as the administrator. My information is already up here. If you were enrolling a new person, you would go to Add New, where you can then enter in their information. Name, user ID, phone number, email address, and what have you. And you can set a recognition mode for them as well. Normally you would go ahead and go to Actions and capture biometrics. But in this case, since I'm already in the system, we would do update biometrics. you can see here, all my information's here. This can be adjusted as well. We'll go to Actions, Update Biometrics, select the device, Capture. It will give you a consent form. You will hit OK. It's telling you what's being captured. And then you line up with the device. It will send any information over. And here you'll see that it successfully captured my face and iris information. You'll hit Save. And now that will be updated here. Once you hit Save here, you're good to go. And that user information has been uploaded into iAMS. Now you can feel free to set that up, and it should identified. Now that you've completed setup, you've completed enrollment in iAMS, let's go over a little bit of best practices. When capturing, you want to make sure that there's proper lighting. It's not too dark, it's not too bright. You want to make sure that the alignment or the person is staring at the camera here and not staring at the screen, which is something that often happens. And that will allow you to capture successfully. Obviously, pay attention in iAMS. It'll tell you if there is an issue with the captured biometrics, and it'll allow you to adjust that or retake them. Some best practices to maintain quality enrollment is to double check or check right after you've enrolled the person, whether they come up immediately in the system. You'll be able to find their user, within the user, you'll be able to find transactions here to help you identify if they were enrolled correctly. In the system, that's a little bit more complicated. You have to use an API to go in and pull that information, but it'll tell you obviously if it's identified or not. Additional best practices for enrollment, you want to have the employee test their enrollment after you've already put them in the system. You can bring them over here in standalone mode and have them try to authenticate with it. If it gives you an identified, then you know it's good. If you're using the iAMS setup, you would go to monitoring, and it'll show you in the transaction logs who I just used it, or as well in dashboard here, it'll say recent activity. And that will help you identify if the user is enrolled correctly and to ensure quality of enrollment. So that completes most of the scenarios you'll encounter. Obviously, you can use the iA1000 with various types of panels and weekend and now OSDP settings. For more information regarding that, in this opportunity we can't show you that, but more information regarding that, you can go to the user manual or give us a call here at IrisID Technical Support, and we'll be more than happy to check your configuration or help you establish a connection to your already pre-existing systems. Best practices, make sure that the power is adequately outputted to the device at 24 volts or PoE, PoE plus, PoE plus plus. You want to make sure to keep it smudge free. I use a microfiber cloth to clean the device, and predominantly that's about it. That's you've got a good overview of it. If you have any questions, of course, please reach out to tech support here at IrisID. And we'll be able to help you with anything you need, and we're happy to help with anything or answer any questions that you may encounter. Thank you, and have a nice day.